Viewer discretion is advised.
Rosemary increases memory by 60 to 75%. And this is why ancient Greeks wore those plants in their head. That was rosemary. The main chemical responsible is 1,8-cineol, which inhibits the breakdown of acetylcholine in the brain and free radical damage. It can also be used for migraines, mild painkillers, and even digestive problems. So, this one's been opened, so if everyone wants to...
So this is for aromatherapy, or...?
Well, you can use actual...
Is drinkable?
It's not really... Yeah, I guess you could call it aromatherapy, but really it's like it goes in and it alters your brain chemistry.
What do you do?
Smell it. You can put some on you if you want. Go like that. That's what I bought it for, so don't be afraid.
And then what do I do? Just
rub it in, smell it.
Can't really rub
Use
it
some.
up there.
Yep. You can do it every time. Buy some for yourself.
Oh, I know this
Oh, that
stuff.
smells good. It's drinkable.
Drinkable?
It's.
So, you know those things that you put water in them and then it makes it vapors?
Oh
All
yeah.
those
My
kinds of
mom would
smells.
put this in there.
Oh, rosemary?
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember this smell very good.
Or in your...
Because I got bad lungs and it just opens everything
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. See, if you have facial hair, that's what I would do too, because
That's
it,
what- yeah.
it holds it. That one's for sale.
Hello. Add to a
Just as good as an
diffuser.
asthma inhaler.
Yeah.
I can feel it open right up.
Migraines, painkiller, digestive problems. Yeah. Is that too much?
No, it wasn't.
It's not that?
I joked on spit.
Sure you did. Sure you did.
That happens.
We have a lot of diffusers and I was buying from Young Living.
Oh yeah.
A little
I got
bit
that on,
expensive, but really good ones, like high quality.
These two, this one's a bit cheaper. This was, can you guess? On Amazon I got both of these. Can you guess how much it was?
Well,
$20.
less.
11.
Yeah.
And that one was 12.
See, they started to sell at Dollarama
Yeah.
rosemary
Yeah.
essential oil, and I think this is a 30. That one is probably 20 for $2 or something like
You
that.
have to be careful though with oils because sometimes there's bad knockoffs and stuff out there. So I picked two of the cheapest ones I could find and I lucked out. I haven't opened this one yet because this one was cheaper and it said it wasn't going to be here until the end of the month. That's why I ordered that one. So, and then it came. So, and of course, if you know anything about oils, they say not to put it directly on your skin. You should dilute it with something else. But they say it's caustic. It can hurt your skin.
No, I don't really believe it.
Yeah, I don't worry too much about it. Yeah. And we have rosemary upstairs in the kitchen for cooking with. Not the same. I tried it. It's dead. It's dead rosemary. It's dried out rosemary, and it doesn't smell the same. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about it, but I'm not good at growing stuff.
No, you can buy it already grown up, like
Oh yeah.
live
Yeah.
herb, and stays forever.
So that's step one. Smelly. Just wait. Before a test, you go. People say, "What are you doing?"
Or before you start studying, test.
Yeah.
And before you test, do that too. Yeah.
Actually, you know those stick inhalers?
Yeah.
Sticks?
Yeah.
You can take
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
insert out, and you can put some drops, and then
You can buy blank incense sticks
yeah,
that have no scent, and you just soak them in whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Rosemary and eucalyptus.
So that's why the Greeks are just like, oh, that's interesting. Because they were all higher learning and, you know, all that stuff. Okay, next, chunking. Chunking is when you group a bunch of information into related groups to make it easier to remember. And we're going to do one. So you might need, I have stuff up here on the computer. So before I show it to you, we have some tables to write on. There's two clipboards if you need something to write on. Pens and pencils in here. Has everyone signed the book?
Nope.
There you go. Actually,
there. Hey, give it to James.
Did you bring your glasses? Did you get my text?
Where are my glasses?
I thought that was hilarious. So you got my text, obviously. That one's going to be for you. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Might as well get these started. Print. Actually, I'm going to print one at a time.
Why one at a time?
Fine. 4. Okay, so we don't need the printouts for this first part though. So here's loose leaf. You might need loose leaf if you want to write your answers down. Little exercises. So I'm going to flash a word up on the screen for 5 seconds, and you got to remember it. So the first few things we do is just to see how you do naturally, and then after some exercises, learning things, you see if you've improved or not and stuff like that. Test it too. They may or may not work. Those, whatever you picked. Throw them in the garbage if they haven't. I got more. I got a box full in here.
Always works.
That's is that a pencil?
Got another dead one.
I like pencil.
Okay.
There we go.
Go then.
It's getting warm in here now.
I guess I could write you.
Yes, you can.
Garbage. Up.
Yep, right up there. Just throw it. Whatever. Everyone signed it now?
I'll just rip it out.
Thank you. So I'm going to put something on the screen.
Okay.
You have 5 seconds to remember it.
Okay.
By remember, you mean like write it on a piece of paper?
Remember it mainly, I think, actually.
Don't cheat.
I already saw it's something. Oh, I
And
can see the other one.
Okay. So here, this is how it's going to work. We're just going to flash it and then try to remember it.
Like,
And then-
look at it and then write it down?
No.
After I turn the slide back off, then you can write it down.
So we
Yeah.
cannot write.
When you're looking at it, you can't write.
Are you trying not to be smart or what? To avoid being smart?
Everybody see?
Just asking questions.
Okay. Write it down. Ah, it's written right there on my sheet too.
Right. But I'm not sure.
No, I didn't. I'm borderline dyslexic, so
Okay, now I'll go back and see who got it.
Sure.
Yeah, I got it.
Everyone got it right?
Oh,
Not quite.
no. I should. The R with the L should have turned those around. And I should have added in you.
So, how did you remember it?
Actually, I put Yub, Kel, Crow.
So you chunked
I chunked.
into 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a
I just
phonetic
checked
to remember
half.
it and it didn't work that well. Like just.
You tried the chunking?
I just
Oh, you tried to remember the whole thing?
like a.
You see, it's almost the same like a phone number.
Yeah. Yeah.
334.
Anyone else chunk it the same way?
I just chunked it half. Tried to remember one half.
Did it work?
No. Well, the
Are you
first.
doing it, Denise?
No, I have a question. This is kind of off the
Yeah.
topic there. Is there a verse in the Bible with rapture in it?
With the word rapture?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
But in the original Greek, it's raptura. So it is in Greek, but not in English. Or Hebrew. No, it's in Greek. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why people say rapture's not in the Bible, but technically it is in the Bible. It's just not in
Taken
English.
away, it will say.
Yeah.
Whatever, but
Yeah.
it still means the same thing.
It's taken up or snatched, yeah. Okay. So most people do Ub, Kel, Crow. Chunking it 3
I
ways.
think that'd be a better
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, I got one more. Oh, what's that say? What is that word?
A word?
Yeah, it's an actual word.
Really? Can you tell
For
me?
bonus points.
Can you tell me in what language?
English? What do you mean, what language?
That's in English.
Yeah.
Like,
So there's a Q without a U, and it's still English.
No, it's mixed up.
oh,
Oh.
Equilibrium?
Nope.
No.
That's
Oh,
what do they call that?
Yeah.
Anagram? It's mixed up. What is the actual word? Ready? I'm gonna tell you.
what is
It's in
it?
English or French?
English.
It's English.
Albuquerque.
Al-
Yeah.
Never heard of that word.
It's a place.
It's a place.
Place in the States.
Albert County?
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Okay, I got one more. Same idea. Ready?
Yeah.
5 seconds and then write it down.
No, on this though.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I missed the
I doubled up the wrong letter.
I missed the E here.
Oh darn! I
No,
put
forgot
U's
a
instead
knee
of E's at the
and
end.
too many
Close.
N.
I missed one E.
Did anyone get it right?
Nope.
No,
Really? Okay.
last 2 E's wrong.
What does that spell?
I just didn't double up the
I
last
don't know.
2 E's.
So you just made that one up.
Same thing.
No, I got it from somebody else, but whether it says something, I did a search to try and see what that was, and I couldn't figure it out. But supposedly it does say something, but that's not really the point. The point is, can you remember by chunking? And, yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
Statistics. One statistic. The average adult spends 16 hours per year looking for their keys because they can't remember where they put them.
16 hours.
I'm probably more than that.
And that's my source is Reader's Digest. So,
Me, I always put them in the same place, or else I would forget.
yeah.
Yeah, I hang them on the key hanger in the kitchen.
Yep.
The wife who just tosses them everywhere.
Same with my
She's
glasses.
at least double that amount looking for keys.
Okay. Now I'm going to make a note there before I get into this next part. So there's some memory tests to see how you do on your own, and then there's similar tests later to see if you've improved with learning techniques. So the next one is
The following number.
Is it on here? 1, 1. I even put large print for you. For the senior citizen.
For the senior citizen.
Because he's always at class. He's like, I don't have my glasses, I can't read it. Here, do you want to divide these up since it was your idea to print them all at once?
Sure.
There's about 10 pages.
And per
Each.
each person?
Yeah. You'll see when it repeats. And then here's a stapler if you want to staple them together.
Last page has questions at the top.
Yeah, okay.
Or, well, it looks a bit faded.
This here should be the same as this.
Yep.
If it's not,
But it's not.
then you did it wrong.
That's what the last page looks like.
Blank. There's one blank at the end too, because the rest are
Oh, okay.
double-sided.
Right on.
Yeah, why don't you just turn them over? Go like this. The last page of every group is blank.
Oh.
So just find the blanks
that
and you're good to go.
makes sense.
Okay, so I guess you might need some loose leaf for this next one too, because it's not on the sheets. Here, that's good. Give me one. Nope, do it. You had a blank there, right? That's one. Do the next one. Hopefully there's only one in there. And then I worked on
Already
this
too
yesterday.
far.
I worked on this yesterday, and I got a PowerPoint and a printout, and I'm like, dude, I'm making this too hard. It's like, why am I doing this?
Nothing worthwhile is easy.
I am a perfectionist too, so things have got to be perfect or else I go nuts.
You have OCD.
I think I do. I think I do. I think I do.
That's funny. I just said that about you the other day.
Yeah, OCD?
Yeah. I think you got OCD or something.
I think I do. What was it about?
Oh, I can't remember. Just the way you train.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. I think so. Yeah. But it's funny because every time we go out, Denise says, "I think I left the oven on." I'm like, that's what OCD people say.
Yeah. Every time I leave the house, I have to check the, make sure I locked it 3 times.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
You do that too?
Yeah.
What, the car?
Anything really, I have to check, make sure it's
Oh, yeah.
locked. I check the door 3 times. Just ridiculous things like that. Trying to get out of
Wow.
it, but it's tough.
There was a girl that used to go to my gym, and they asked me if I wanted to help her with counseling. Never did it. Ended up not doing it. But she was on a TV show too with Vanderbilt, the Vanderbilt guy. He's from the Vanderbilt family. The white-haired. No, nobody.
The white hair?
White-haired guy.
Sounds like a truck.
It is a truck.
Yeah.
He owns a trucking company, but he has his own talk show. He's got white hair. You know what I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about, I just can't think of his name.
That doesn't
I
matter.
see his
Anyway, she was so bad that when she came home from going out, she came in, she'd drop her keys and pick them up and do it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I'm not that bad.
And then she'd go into her fridge, open it, and count all of her ice cream. And she had like 50 ice creams in there. And she'd close it, open it, count it again. Close it, open it, count it again.
Why?
She was bad. Like,
weigh things on the scale, and then her scale wasn't working, so she had to go to the store to buy a new one.
yeah. Yeah.
Boy.
Anderson Cooper.
Oh, Anderson Cooper?
He's from the Vanderbilt family. That's why he's got his own TV show, Money.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I got a number for you. Don't write anything down until I switch away. Ready?
Oh, wait, no, wait, okay.
Ready? 3,
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
1. He's like, forget it. Why bother? I like that.
I mean, I didn't even get the end.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I have 6 correct numbers.
Okay. Now you can double check everything.
I have 6, I told you.
6, 8.
6, 7, 4.
That's as far as I got. 1, 2, 3.
The beginning and the end.
216.
I've got 8 right
8, yeah.
in a row.
The first 8?
Yeah, the first 8.
That's
I'm
good.
not even bothered
Do
to
the
look at
last
the
3. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna write those down.
I got 6 numbers right.
Is this one on your sheets? It might go to your sheets. Okay. Just let me. Yeah. Okay, so the next one, the words are going to be up here. All your answers you're going to write into the sheet on the page 1.
So we cannot write till you...
So everyone take one.
Thank you. So you do not write till you go to the next one?
And he got his already. Yep.
Can we write while it's going?
No, you have to
Okay.
wait until it's gone to start writing it in. And you can look at them. You can look at them now if you want to. Yeah. But you can't write
Not
anything.
now.
60 seconds. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Wait.
What are these words?
Can't write it down yet.
Oh, you're doing this with the wrong person. I do numbers better than words.
10 seconds left. Answer your sheet. You're done?
Yeah, just 3 first. I couldn't remember after that.
Hey. You're going to get a scar. Don't pick it. If it rubs on your uniform, like you told me the other day, you know what you could do is put super glue over top of it.
Super good.
Yeah. If you get like a stab wound or a bullet wound in the field, you can use super glue to close it.
Super glue.
Yep, for real.
And it's gonna hurt.
It's stitches are better, but if you don't have stitches, you just like if you get a cut, put super glue in it and close it. Oh, you will. If you're a soldier, you would.
You know what happened here?
No.
A bike accident, actually. And here, you could barely visible.
And saw this road all over my arm with markers. So that's what that is.
What happened here?
I had a biopsy done on my arm, and they cut a piece out.
Sorry, what?
A biopsy. They froze my arm and they cut a piece of skin out.
What's that?
Because they wanted to see what was wrong. I had spots all over my arms, and they wanted to see what it was.
They were making sure he wasn't an alien.
Yeah, wasn't dying. And they gave me, I've had that for 5 or more years, all bad there, and then it's like, oh, here's a cream, try this after the biopsy. It worked. Went away. Mostly. He's still trying.
Gone.
You want some more of this?
I think I could use.
I could use some, actually.
Rub it in my... If you want to, go ahead. That's what it's for. That's what I bought it for. People to try it out.
No, I was kidding.
He might. Looked like he was going to take it when you... Now there's no answer key for this one, so we just have to go backwards and check it out yourself. And see how you think you did.
Nope.
Right on, I
got
one.
second.
2 I did, I got right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which ones were they?
The one that excrement, that was
No,
an
it's
easy
an
one because I was like, oh, cool.
Hors d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like over, but
Yeah.
and then the Urim at the top of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, male Muslims. Yeah, they do that one.
The third
Oh,
one.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Good.
What did we don't know? Okay.
I only got
Yep.
one right.
I think when I did
No, this is wrong.
millilux for illumination, I think I put millilumens or something like. Damn it!
At
It
the
sounded right.
at the third one, at the last letter, I put an N instead of an N
Yeah.
instead of an M.
That's only 5. Bollywood. What is this?
The Bollywood one.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to see it some more?
The one from India, maybe? Tan silk from India?
No, the helm I got it.
Must be.
Tusach. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got 5 anyway.
Okay, next. You can flip the sheet. I think page 2 here is where you're going to write your answers in. So So there's directors and films on the next page. You have to remember. Okay, ready?
You might know them.
No, one
Not
more.
good with names neither.
It's funny you say that. So this first part is a lot to do with numbers and letters and stuff, but for us, maybe that's practical, but memorizing people's faces and crime scenes and stuff is later. So, yeah. Okay, ready? 3 minutes for this one.
That whole name?
Yeah.
Great. Amadeus. Have that song in my head now. Amadeus, Amadeus.
Now, some people just watch a lot of movies and they just know all that, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
No problem. Yeah. Make sure that
No, I think I might just reset it because I can't remember when I started it. It's probably going to go soon.
I did these two first, and I did terrible, so don't feel bad. Amadeus, Amadeus.
I don't know that song.
Look it up.
Amadeus?
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
As in Amadeus Mozart.
It's on The Simpsons once, by the way.
On The Simpsons?
Yep.
Really?
They did
Hey, are you focusing there or we are talking about the crane menstruation during the full moon?
30 seconds left. Worn on one side, more on the other. That's weird. did so bad on these, especially the movies. Oh,
Did you get?
I think I got 3.
I got 2, I'm pretty sure. I know I got 2.
Bless you.
We're good? Self-check them.
Shit, these are still.
Okay, I got the first 2. Nothing else.
We got the first one wrong.
How? Oh,
Number 1 is the French connection. Not
period.
Rocky. French connection's right there.
They're by that?
William Friedkin, it should say.
I thought it was like John
4
G.
from 15.
Avildsen was the first one.
Michael Cinemo is right there, the deer hunter. So you got them all wrong.
Wait a minute.
He just started writing them in order.
Yeah, I thought that's how it went. I thought the
Would not be
Rocky
that easy.
Chicago thing was just.
Anyone get them all? Who got the most? 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
I got none.
4 good ones.
But
Surprisingly enough, I got platoon against
4, but technically it's 2 right, and then I couldn't remember the last, the 2 other, the first part of it, but.
Yeah.
I've seen a good number of them. I just not good with names.
All right,
Oh. Easy.
dates, historical dates now. 3 minutes. Ready?
Oh boy, here we go.
Psst. Eyes up here.
Oh, I thought it was the tallest man, and then there was something here.
You can't look at your sheets at the same time as this. Can you see? Yeah? Did you bring your green belt? Trying to accommodate everybody. Two minutes left.
I might as well give up by the time I get down there. I forgot all the ones.
I did bad on this one too. I have a hard time remembering things unless I'm interested.
Yes, very true.
Like all this stuff, I could care less.
Me too.
You might be replacing important things with nonsense.
Forget how to tie your shoe now.
What?
Shoved a pencil up my nose. Now I can't do math.
From The Simpsons. Millhouse. No, not Millhouse.
Wiggum.
Yeah, Wiggum's. Yep.
Ralphie.
I can see it in my head.
That fat guy, the fat kid.
Yeah. Huh, look at that. A pony. That's a good point. Actually, you said something. I'm like, oh, did I write that in my notes? That's a good point.
Is it about that being a myth? That you replacing
Well,
nonsense with important things? I've heard it's a myth.
It's not a myth, because every time I've ever studied, I forgot everything I should have known. then again, the people who study and memorize everything don't have any common sense. So I'll take common sense over encyclopedia of knowledge.
Okay. No, ignore that. You shouldn't, I don't think it should cross pages. I tried to make everything on the same page.
This page?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's like that. No, I messed up too big.
Confused. All right, let's see how we did. If you're not done too bad.
Only got the first blank right.
This is good. 1588. 1588. Ooh, sorry. This is good.
Only got the first blank
Oh,
right.
do you need a new one?
Okay, this is good. State of 1918.
Oh, you got the sun in your eyes too, don't you? That doesn't help.
Oh, the one
sorry.
is blocking.
Bolshevik. Catherine. 1762. I didn't put it here. Anyway. I had just a little bit. And 1588. Defeat of Spanish Armada. Good. State of the Russian Federation. Yes. I didn't put who. So. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's good.
15 good words.
That's good.
I got 9 blanks filled in correctly. Almost none of them were dates.
Same with me.
Okay. On your next page, there is text. You have 2 minutes to read it, and then the questions follow.
Wait a minute.
The 2 minutes to read and 2 minutes to answer.
Oh, this.
By the way, the CIA wants copies of all your answers when we're done.
CIA.
No. I'm just joking.
You're not fishing for our passwords.
I'm already transmitting this to HRU.
Isn't it just for females, though?
There are females in Russia, so.
Is there? No.
Beautiful ones too. Especially in Ukraine. In Ukraine.
Send them here. Okay, move on to the questions.
I didn't even finish.
2 more minutes. Okay, just wanted to make sure I got them printed right. Had so many things on the go.
Just oh, there's more questions on there.
That might be something different.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay, that goes
just
with
stop
this one?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
No answers yet.
Oh, is it, we're on the next one?
No.
Oh.
You have 2 minutes to finish those ones. That's all.
Oh,
There. Okay, now you can do the next one.
next one.
2 minutes. What's so fun?
I read alcohol. I said business alcohol. Oh, I want to open one.
Answer your questions.
Yeah, I didn't finish.
So like multiple choice, you're guaranteed at least a 25%.
Yep.
5% chance of being correct.
Yeah. You can eliminate the two that are obviously wrong too.
Yeah.
You could.
That's pretty much how all multiple tests are. There's two that are guaranteed that are obviously wrong, and then two that are close to being right. And then if you're testing for the government, then they're not going to give you the right answer. You just have to pick one close.
And that's how I passed my GED.
Just picking the close one? Or yeah, eliminating the stupid answers?
Yeah, it's multiple choice of 4, and there's 2 that are stupid. You're automatically getting 50%, even if you just guess.
Yeah. Okay, now if I am not mistaken, your answers are on the next page, so you can check your answers. Right there at the top, from 1 to 10.
Both tests,
Yep.
they are the same. 1, D.
This one is for both.
Yeah, from 1 to 10. Yep.
4B. 5.
Excuse me.
What? You got one wrong?
What is 8, 9, 10?
17.
Ah, this is 6D, 7C, 8A, 9C. I didn't even finish reading. Oh, I missed this one though.
I didn't do that great.
I only got 2 wrong out of all of them. And then the same as you, I didn't finish
Okay.
reading the...
I did only one wrong on the first one.
I
The
did 1
second
wrong on
one
the
is
first one and 1 on the second.
No.
Well, I got that 50% I was talking about.
at least this one is an A plus because I did it in
Is there 8?
short time.
I do.
8, okay.
Whatever
But I
you
mean,
do.
I can't read that fast. Oh,
Nothing
Well, it's one thing to read and one thing to read to remember. So
right.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I just scanned through for things that look important.
Funny you should say that.
I got 3 out of 7.
Otherwise, you end up reading a whole lot of nonsense that you don't
Yep.
really need. Because there's a lot of extra information.
That's where I got the how many grooves does a
this
record
is
have?
because you don't focus.
Really?
Because
Yeah,
I gave
really.
you a lot of useless information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll go over techniques. Not those kind of techniques. Memory techniques.
This one? Or are we done with this?
Brain techniques now.
Not yet.
No.
We're coming.
Go like this to shake your brain and
Turn it on.
focus.
Stick the key in your ear. Pegging.
Well, where's the button to start it? You put the key in. Where's the key?
Right here.
Belly button.
That's the button. Actually, there's one line there. There are 3 different kinds of memory: visual, verbal, and kinesthetic. Touch. Or what we call in martial arts parlance, muscle memory. Of course, our muscles don't have memory. That's not what it means. But our mind remembers exactly where to put our muscles to get it where we need it to be.
He had a good kinesthetic memory when he was 2 years old.
Oh yeah?
He touched the stove, burned his fingers, and then for 1 year I saw him whenever he wanted to touch the stove.
Yeah?
He didn't touch it, but he remembered.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah, exactly.
2 years old.
I don't remember
I
that.
gotta take my coffee out.
You what?
He used to
My coffee.
When he liked to suck on the end of cords, grab a hold of the phone charger cord, put his tongue on that, and he was plugged into the wall. He never touched anything.
I wonder why. We downloaded a video of a monkey on a telephone pole, and he reached across to hang off the wire, and as soon as he touched it, he went right stiff and fell down. I was like, you'll remember that. If he survived. Yeah. Okay, so pegging or tagging is a method which we connect another image or word to the item to be remembered. So we could use letters, images, or songs. Remember the order of operations in math? Does everyone know that? Order of operations? There's a
Yeah.
word that we use to remember it. I learned there's 2 different ways you can do it: bomb das or bed mass. Anyone remember those? Bed mass. So brackets,
Brackets.
exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, to remember how you do it. Or bomb das will work too, which is brackets, operations, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Or there's one for the
Every
notes.
for
Every good boy deserves fudge.
fudge or fun, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the piano.
Yeah.
And then there's
Or face, F-A-C-E.
Face.
Yeah.
And there's one for remembering the colors of a rainbow, Roy G. Biv.
Oh yeah.
And the
Roy G.
planets.
Biv.
Planets too? Is there one?
My very eager mother just served us 9 pies, including Pluto. if you want to.
Yeah. I did a test once, and this was just after they said it wasn't a planet anymore. And I'm like, how many planets are there? And I was like, wait a second. This is a trick question. Yeah.
But I heard they changed it back, and I don't
Yeah,
know if they're going back
I think
and
so.
forth with it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing they're arguing it's not a planet because it's a proto-planet. It's like, well, if that's the case, there's like 9 more of those floating around the solar system. So,
Yeah. Okay, so we could use images. When you put your keys on the table, think of a truck plowing through your wall into the room with the table. Now you won't forget. So something, not just any image, it has to be dramatic, it has to be different. We could use a song, using the tune of Yankee Doodle or something else. I put my keys in the kitchen table. No, I put my keys on the table in my kitchen. If a truck should run amok, that wouldn't be very bitchin'. We need them to be unique, disturbing, rhyming, and active. Disturbing is key, or different. If you are to memorize a tray full of objects such as a coin, a pin, a dice, and dice, and a toy, you could peg each object to another object with the same first letter. But they run together to form as a sentence, such as a copper, playful dog towel. Copper, coin, pin, dice, toy. Copper, playful dog towel.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Reading retention. If you need or want to retain more of the book you're reading, there are some tricks to help. First, skim through the chapters really fast, reading headings, bold print summaries, and pre-read questions if you have them to know what you're looking for, which is kind of why you had them in front of you. But maybe you didn't know that at the time. Highlight important text, mark notes in the margins or in a notebook, understand what you're reading instead of memorizing it. Make an outline. Many books will start with the main points or end on it, then go into more details. So as long as you read the first and the end, you're probably getting the majority of the information. Remembering words. It can be made easier if you understand the etymology of a word. Prefixes mean what the roots mean and what suffixes mean. That helps. But if you're not into etymology, don't worry about it. For difficult words, use sound-alikes, but strange sentences. Platypus, if you don't know what a platypus means, so when we did those words of definitions. Platypus could be Pat, he pushed the animal off the cliff. Pat, he pushed. Platypus. So now you're thinking of a guy pushing an animal off the cliff. That's the image. For difficult words, oh, just heard that. You can also use a crazy picture. For endocrine, for example, you could think of a picture of a motorcycle doing an endo, balancing on his front tire, and an onlooker cringing. Endocrine. Now you got a picture of a guy on a motorcycle and a guy going. The mnemonic alphabet is used to remember numbers. This is interesting. At first it may seem daunting, but it's truly amazing, and here it is. By the way, you had mentioned, and this is where I wrote my notes, short-term and long-term memory. I should have wrote this in my notes to begin with. Everything we're doing today goes into our short-term memory, and then when you sleep at night, it gets filtered, so your brain will either eliminate useless information, and the stuff it thinks is important, it'll transfer into long-term memory.
Well, how does it know if it's important or not?
Things that are, how does it know? A lot of it has to do with your reptilian brain. If it's important or a survival thing, it'll remember. Such as, well, a good example is if you're looking to buy a new car, if you're looking for, maybe Hummer's not a good example, but a certain truck, and then you see those trucks everywhere, and before you didn't, because your brain is filtering it out. Not important, not important. And then once you're looking for that certain make of truck, you see them everywhere. Or car.
There was a movie with Will Smith, very good movie, with the same thing, like he was like a hustler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Doing beads, and actually they follow up one guy, rich guy. I don't know if you watch it, but it's
like a pickpocket, or was he a thief?
No. They stole, I think, some money, if I remember well. But then they were bidding, like they went to. It was a football game, and he was bidding with a kind of an Asian guy.
Okay.
And so he lost, like, I don't know, 1 million.
Oh,
and
yes.
then he said,
I do remember now.
Double or nothing. and he had a girl with him, and he put the girl. He said, "You choose a player, and the girl will say the number of the player." And she was pretty upset, but the guy took binoculars and he chose a player, and then she looked on the field, and she saw actually a friend of them with 55 on the jersey, and she said 55, and was the number picked up by the guy.
I think I remember that movie.
He explained to her for I don't know how many days they were bombing this guy with 55. Everywhere he went, he saw 55 in his eyes. In the hotel, on the streets. So
yeah, that's right.
when he had to choose, he chose 55.
Yeah.
So this is the.
So usually, like the same as that, it has to do with survival. It doesn't have to be, but a lot of it is survival. So if things are calm in the woods, or if you're hunting, maybe watching for bears, and things are calm, but then you see motion over here that could possibly threaten your survival, you're going to remember that. Do you remember the bear crawling up the tree?
Oh yes.
See?
Oh yes. And I had a GoPro and it wasn't aimed. It was aimed a little too high, so I got no image of it. I wish I had the image of it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still watch the video just because I can remember the image.
Yeah.
And watching the video, it's like, oh yeah, this is when he's climbing.
You have 3D. You can see outside of the field of view. Yeah. So when we are trying to remember things, we want to make them unusual or dangerous or stand out. Stupid things. So like we said, if we drop our keys on the table, picture something bad happening right there. And then when you're like, where did I put my keys? And then you get that flash of that image. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. On the table.
Just picture
Where the truck is going to come through. What?
Just picture something bad that's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
usually. Or strange. Yep. So numbers. Here's the number system. At first it's going to look hard. Ugh. Where is it? Come on.
I even remember the little piece they got when we saw it. Let's see, the little piece they got, it almost looked slow motion.
So,
I think it was his lip or something.
this is called the Mnemonic Alphabet and is used all over the world by, I say special forces, but I mean like CIA and stuff. So, what you're looking at there, it was developed by Harry Lorraine. And these numbers are specifically chosen for these letters and numbers for a reason, and we'll go over them. So at first, you're looking at that and like, this is going to be even worse than remembering numbers. But it's not. Once you understand it, it's not so bad. In fact, you should be able to remember 30-digit numbers or more. This is how people maybe go through pi to like 1,000 letters or numbers. Like how the hell did they do that? It's because they use this. And we'll show you how. And it does take practice. So right off the bat, you're not going to learn and be able to do it immediately. It's going to take some practice. So the reason, we're going to go over each one. So the reason one is T or D is first of all because T has a single stroke. T, down. And you can say the same thing with the D, except for T and D, the real reason they're both there is because they sound the same on your tongue. So when you go T, D, they are very similar, so you can interchange them. But the main reason is T has one stroke for one. Now, 2, N has 2 strokes that go vertical. N, 1, 2. M has 3, obviously, right? 4 is dominated by the sound R. 4. 5. 50 in Roman numerals is an L, for starters. Or 5, if you count 5 on your hand, you have an L right here. That's why they picked L. L. Your index finger did. 6 is similar to a backwards J. 6 goes this way and the J goes this way. Or vice versa, depending on how you're looking at it. And the other letters are similar. J. A soft G. J. Ch. Sh. all make the same form in your mouth. So you could use any of those. That one's a little bit harder because 6 is a loop. It loops all the way around, and the J doesn't. But if you follow the bottom contour, it's similar. Okay. 7 is a K because there are several 7s in there. The reasoning was that this part of the K looks like an upside down 7 and this looks like a backward 7. So there's 2 7s there for K. That's what they said. And K can also be replaced with the hard C, which is the same sound, or hard G or Q, which are all the same sound. K, J, G, K, K, K. Now, F, 8. 8 is an F because a cursive F, or if I do it this way, is 2 circles with a line coming out. So it's like a line going straight through the 8. So the F has a loop on the top and a loop on the bottom. So that's why they picked 8. And V and PH sound similar. So they are all used for 8. 9, they used P for 9 because it looks like a P in a mirror. If you put 9 in a mirror, it's backwards for P, basically. Right? So it goes this way. And B sounds the same. P, B, or I say peanut butter. Peanut butter. But P and B all come off the tongue the same way. And obviously Z for 0 because it starts with Z. Or soft C and S make the same sound.
I was doing all this studying last year, real
Yeah?
hardcore.
Were you really?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with this?
Yeah, but you can make your own.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
if
getting
you
to,
have
you
to.
can actually, and I'm getting to that too. So an example then would be, oh yeah, actually there's a few more notes here I should say. Okay, so now if you're going to make words out of your numbers, so if you see a string of numbers, you make words out of it. I got a giant squirrel out there.
Squirrel!
By the trees.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Really fat. Okay, so you add vowels in between them where you see fit to make words, or you can add extra consonants if required, but keep them lowercase so you can tell them apart. So my phone number is 227-9984, and if you convert that to numbers, it's NNKPBFR. And how would you remember that? Non-keep before, or something. 227-9984. Now there is an alternate method. Oh, that's not it. There it is. There's an alternate method. If you find one that works for you that's better, by all means. This is called the PEG word system and uses words associated with letters in the previous method. So the T is still for 1, but now it's a whole word, tie. N is Noah, M is Ma, R is Rye, La, Shoe, Cow, Ivy, P, Toes, but they're all the same letters. Actually, 10. There's a 10 though. That's different. You can, of course, change the words as you see fit. And if you need to, you can add words that go up to as much as 100. There's also rhyming pegged words. 1 is bun, 2 is shoe, 3 is tree, 4 is door, 5 is hive, 6 is sticks or bricks, 7 is heaven, 8 is gate, 9 is line, and 10 is head.
There's a rhyme that goes, look up the sticks. No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
1,
about.
2,
Tie my shoe,
Buckle my shoe,
3,
3,
4,
close the door,
5, 6,
pick up sticks.
7, 8.
Don't be late.
Oh yeah,
Don't be late. 9, 10. Do it again.
that's right.
Unless you're listening to the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. So back to numbers. You have this on your sheet. See if you can remember based on what we just said.
And I
And
put them on the cue cards. And you
Oh,
gotta
cue
really
cards,
drill
yeah.
yourself until it just becomes
Yeah. that's the key. It's not going to automatically make you remember numbers. You have to practice. But once you do, yeah, so right, this one right here. So you'll see an 8 with a dash. Those are the ones you do. What was 8? So if it's a letter, what was the letter associated with it? And if it's a letter, what was the number? See if you can remember. This is it's all about practice too. If you don't practice this, it won't work. And I put a bit of practice. I'm trying to remember it. I'm not great at it, but I'm getting there.
last year I had it all in cue cards. I had it all memorized.
Nice.
And I stopped, and
Why did you start?
just because with your course you want us to do development.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
just constantly doing development.
Good, good.
I didn't really specifically say this was for this rank or
Yeah.
anything, but I just constantly
Well, that's good.
picking things.
If you can find them again, or make new ones,
Oh,
yeah.
I've still got them. I just stopped using them, so now I forget.
Yeah.
What I had it all mastered at the
Yeah.
time, and now I forget it.
Yeah, that's something else I need to work on some more. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was exactly the same as the one that you're showing here. I think it was a little different.
But yeah, I guess for our point of view, what do we need to know numbers for? License plates, I suppose. IDs. If you see someone's 9-digit social security number or something, social insurance number, you might need to remember it. I don't know. But it's a very important skill. Or codes, passwords to get into locks and stuff. How confident are you in your answers? Hey there.
I wrote it down, so I.
Oh, you cheater. No, you should have it written down too, but or take it home with you. Yeah.
Second row was
Ah,
my
shit.
best.
With this one.
This is probably quite important, this one. If you don't take anything else from this.
I missed.
Oh no, wait a minute. What
I
is
missed 5
V?
I missed 5.
V, it's an 8. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, if you want to take a picture of that, or I can send this as a photograph to you, because this is very important. And like I said, it does take a little bit of practice to remember them, but once you get them.
I have an audio course on the subject. Too.
Oh yeah?
See if I can find it.
Yeah, send it to me. Yeah. I'd be interested in that. Okay. Okay, so now I suppose we could do the next one. So you see numbers or phone numbers. I'm going to turn it away though. See if you can remember all the digits and write it out as a code in the first line. And then the next line that follows, you can see the example. JMM, SNS, and the guy wrote Jimmy's nose to make it make sense. So you add vowels or consonants to make a word out of it. And then if you remember Jimmy's nose, you remember that number. Maybe I'll put this up so you can refer to it. And then you can figure out what words would come after. Make it a little bit easier. So convert them into numbers or letters, and then try to make words out of those letters so you can remember the word.
They're saying in your brain you're not supposed to be thinking of that letter, you're supposed to be thinking about the sound.
The sound? Does it have the same outline and everything?
I think the ones are very close that I got,
Yeah.
but it's not quite exactly the same, I don't believe.
Yeah.
But like, see how the cha and the sha, you're not thinking of a letter, you're thinking of that sha sound, sha.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Let's see who.
And the J is kind of a ja, cha.
Yeah, it's
almost
very.
all the same.
Yeah.
G is the
Ja.
same.
Yeah.
So you gotta train your brain to remember that sound rather than the specific letter.
And that's the key, really, is you have to. You have to train yourself to go with this, or else, like, just because you know about it, it's not going to work, right? It takes some practice, takes some learning. But it's the key. If you were going to remember a 50-digit number, that's the key right there. So if you can learn to use this, you can do 50-digit numbers, no problem. Or longer. If you can make a long enough sentence out of it, you just got to remember the words. That's all. And if the words make sense, no problem.
Yeah, once you get it memorized, you just look at that and it just...
Yeah, it just flows.
It just flows.
Like another language, almost. Yeah. That's really what it is you're learning another way of looking at numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. This went longer than I thought it would. We may still have time to do a few techniques, but not much. We're almost done here. Is that enough time? Where'd my list go? Yeah. I guess the trick then is being able to insert the right vowels and other letters to make it turn it into words that you can remember. Or using alternates, like maybe the other letters to make a better word.
Would you print that for us?
Yep.
It was.
Manual feed. What does that mean?
What's that?
You guys watch Office Space, that movie?
Yes, I was just thinking that.
PC loader.
I was just about to say that. PC load letter. What does that mean? I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah. That's an awesome movie.
Where's clay tablets and
You could just write it down too.
it takes all of 5 seconds. You can literally have these things called pens.
And the same with the women.
You love them in bed. You hate them awake.
Women, you can't live with them?
And it's
Shh, no, that's all.
No, I'm done.
On Cheers a long time ago there, Norm was at the desk or at the bar, and he's like, women, you can't live with them? Pass the peanuts, please. There's another one. Does anyone else want one?
thank you very much. They're my good ones.
Names. How to remember someone's name. Think like a caricaturist. Repeat their names while looking directly at them and exaggerate some features of their face that already stands out. Alternately, you can try to rhyme their name with something. Tommy Talker, Gymnasium. Justin Case, Ben Dover.
Bent over.
Clara Claire, Denise Demise. Or you can create a scenario or picture around their name. Michael now became my childhood idol, Michael Jackson. Or Greg becomes a bird pecking a worm out of the ground, like Gregory Peck. Nothing beats writing it down. So while we're trying to remember things, people also forget that if it's important enough and you are able to, just write it down. Just write it down. People are forgetful. We as a human species are very forgetful, no matter how you look at it.
Have you ever saw the
Have you ever been in love?
Have you ever saw the movie Dennis the Menace?
Yes.
1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
There's 4.
All the cartoons.
All the cartoons and
The reality one.
now there were some more exercises here, but maybe we can not bother. This was states and their nicknames. Now you would have to try to remember in a sentence somehow. I went to the garden wearing my new jersey and I had a yellow hammer as I stopped into Alabama. I don't know.
I'd be Alabama, like Yellowhammer would be a drink. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah, you could do that with all of them.
Yeah.
I drank a Texas Lone Star.
Or have a steak at a Texas Lone Star. Yeah.
I stopped at a Indiana
Hoser.
Hooters.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. And then there might have been. Remember that number? It's a 30-digit number.
No, I can't.
If you follow the code, you should be able to.
Given a couple of days, I could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. With some practice.
No different than having to memorize this
Yeah.
serial number off of the rifles.
Yeah, that's right. And here's an example of remembering this exact number. Turning it into words and letters. The edge of a cliff. The lowercase is added letters. And vowels, there's no vowels on our numbers. It's only consonants, right? So you add the vowels. The edge of a cliff. Man wearing a cape. For these letters, then it's a bird flies by, his cap falls off, and that's all 30 digits. Of course, yours might not be exactly like that, but your consonants, even your consonants might be a little different because you have your option.
Eventually you'll build patterns.
That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly
Once you
it.
start using this, you build patterns and just put in your
Yeah,
vowels
whatever
as
makes sense to you.
Okay.
And
Now
it has to
makes
run
sense.
together to make sense. So he made a little story out of his. Right? The edge of a cliff. Standing there is a man wearing a cap. A bird flies by. What happens next? His cap falls off. Then there's the exercise of remembering the presidents. So you're going to convert the numbers into those words and try and associate them with the president.
You miss Biden.
And this is how the first 4 examples. D and M. A dome was built to honor the king. He was the 13th president. The Johnsons have a ditch in their backyard. He was the 16th, so that's ditch 16. Wilson's son is deaf. Deaf is 18. Imagine having arthritis in your nose. So Arthur is the 20th president. And there's another exercise, but if you haven't practiced it,